ददाति स्वहं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees of New Panyati Dham. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and on behalf of the management of ISKCON of Atlanta, we welcome all of you for our virtual Sunday program. And today is a very, very auspicious day. It is the Tirobhav Tithi of Srila Haridas Thakur. Kali Kale नाम रूपे कृष्ण अवतार नाम हईते हय सर्व जगत निस्तार। कली कले नाम विना नाही अन्य धर्म सर्व मंत्र सार नाम ए शास्त्र मर्म। Our scriptures declare, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declares that in Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma is Krishna Nam Kirtan, chanting the names of Krishna. That is the Yuga Dharma. कृते अध्यायतो विष्णुं त्रेतायां यजतो मखय द्वापरे परिचर्यायां कलौ तद् हरि कीर्तनात्। कृते अध्यायतो विष्णुं, in Treta Yuga, in Satya Yuga, the Yuga Dharma was meditation. कृते अध्यायतो विष्णुं त्रेतायां यजतो मखय, in Treta Yuga it was performing elaborate sacrifices, yajnas. द्वापरे परिचर्यायां, in Dwapar Yuga, it is puja archana, worshipping Shri Vigraha with rules and regulations according to Narad Pancha Ratra. And Kalautad Hari Kirtana, that same benefit that one got in Satya Yuga by doing meditation, in Treta Yuga by performing yajnas, and in Dwapar Yuga by performing deity worship, one can get Kalautad Hari Kirtana just by doing Hari Nam Kirtan in Kali Yuga. So this is the Yuga Dharma. The Yuga Dharma is Nam Sankirtan, chanting the names of Krishna. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asti eka mahan guna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajat. Nama sankirtanam yasya sarva papa pranashanam pranama dukkha kshamanastam namami harim param. In Kali Yuga, it is Nam Sankirtan. So who is the Namacharya? It is Srila Haridas Thakur. So observing the Tithi of Srila Haridas Thakur, who is our Namacharya, is most relevant to all of us, my dear friends. And today is the disappearance day of Srila Haridas Thakur, which means he left us and went to Krishna's eternal abode on this very day. What I'm going to say now, my dear friends, please listen very, very carefully. In the material world, the anniversary or the birthday, it really has no power. For example, if there's a person, the birthday is, let's say, 15th of July, for example. Someone's birthday is 15th of July. Some Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones' birthday is July 15th. And we cut a cake and we celebrate, we give gifts, we give gift cards. Does it have any value? No value. It's just another day. But when there is the Tithi of Krishna or Krishna's devotees, for example, Shri Krishna Janmashtami, Krishna Jayanti, or it is Shri Balaram Purnima, or it is Shri Radha Ashtami, or it is Shri Gaura Purnima, Shri Nityananda Trayodasi, Shri Narsimha Chaturdashi, Shri Rama Navami, Shri Sita Navami. All these tithis, please listen carefully, are non-different from the personality. Think about this. Our acharyas say, these tithis are non-different from the personality, which means the tithi of Krishna Janmashtami has the same power as Lord Krishna. The tithi of Radhashtami is non-different from Srimati Radhika Rani. The tithi of Krishna or Krishna's devotees is non-different from that particular personality. That tithi, which means that day, has the same power as the personality. This is on the spiritual platform. On the spiritual platform, there is no difference. Gaura Nam, Gaura Dham, Gaura Rupa, Gun, Aparadha Nahi Mane Tarite Nipun. All these aspects of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gaura Nama, Gaura Rupa, Gaura Nama, Gaura Dhama, Gaura Rupa, Gun, Aparadha Nahi Mane Tarite Nipun, and they are Tarite Nipun. All these aspects of Mahaprabhu have the same power to deliver us. Gaura Nam, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's name, Gaura Dham, Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham, Gaura Roop, the Shri Vigraha, the deity of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Gaura Gun, Chaitanya Charitamrita, or Chaitanya Bhagavad, or discussing Gaur Katha. These four things have the same power as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gaura Nama, Gaura Dhama, Gaura Rupa Gun, Aparadha Nahi Mane. They don't consider offenses, Tarite Nipun, and they can give you Krishna Prem. So if Gaura Nam can have the same power as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gaura Tithi, Gaura Purnima also has that power. So today is the Tithi of Tirobhav, the disappearance of a great Acharya, the Nam Acharya, most relevant in Kali Yuga. We are concerned with Nam. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna comes as Nam. So Nam is most important. And who is the Acharya who teaches us how to chant Nam, how to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? It is Haridas Thakur. And today is his Tirobhav Tithi. Today is his disappearance day. So this day, today, September 19, 2021, Sunday, this Tithi today, Tirobhav Tithi of Srila Haridas Thakur, has the same power as Srila Haridas Thakur. So we may not have a deity of Haridas Thakur. Krishna, do you have a deity of Haridas Thakur in your house? Do you have Gaur Nitai?
No, Prabhuji, we don't have a deity of Haridas Thakur.
But do you have Gaur Nitai?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Do you have Jagannath Baldev Subhadra?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Do you have Gopalji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Do you have Srila Prabhupada?
No.
Photo?
Yes.
Do you have Haridas Thakur?
And no.
No. But today, this day, this Tithi is non-different from Haridas Thakur. So by praying to Haridas Thakur, by thinking of Haridas Thakur, by reading about Srila Haridas Thakur, we can actually worship Srila Haridas Thakur today. This Tithi is, we are with Srila Haridas Thakur today. The Tithi of Haridas Thakur's Tirobhav is non-different from Haridas Thakur. I have personally heard this from my Guru Maharaj. The Tithi of a personality is non-different from that person, has the same potency. Krishna Janmashtami Tithi has the same power as Krishna. Radhashtami Tithi has the same power of Srimati Radhika Rani. Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja has the same power as Srila Prabhupada. We can access the mercy of these personalities on their Tithi. So today is Srila Haridas Thakur Tirobhav Tithi. So my dear friends, there are so many chapters in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And in the Antya Lila, the 11th chapter is exclusively dedicated to Srila Haridas Thakur's passing away. Isn't that amazing? So let's try to hear something from the last chapter, from the chapter discussing the last final pastimes of Haridas Thakur, the disappearance pastimes of Srila Haridas Thakur. Antya Lila, chapter 11. So let me see if I can share my screen, dear devotees. It will be worth our while to read the Amogh Vachan, the perfect words of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. So we are reading chapter 11, Antya Lila of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This chapter is entitled The Passing Away of Srila Haridas Thakur. First verse. Of course, in his typical style, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj has summarized the whole chapter in one Sanskrit verse. This chapter has 108 verses, Bengali verses, one Sanskrit verse. And everything is summarized in this one verse. Namami Haridasam tam Chaitanyam tam chatat prabhum samsthitam apiyan murtim swanke kritva nanartayah. Very beautiful. This is a pranam mantra for Srila Haridas Thakur. Namami Haridasam tam Chaitanyam tam chatat prabhum samsthitam apiyan murtim swanke kritva nanartayah. Namami Haridasam tam Chaitanyam tam chatat prabhum samsthitam apiyan murtim swanke kritva nanartayah. Translation and purports by our beloved founder Acharya Om Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivarajaka Ashtotter Shata Shri Srimad Abhaya Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Srila Haridas Thakur and his master Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who danced. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced with the body of Srila Haridas Thakur on his lap. Samsthitam means the dead body. Swanke Kritva Nanartaya. Swanke Kritva, he placed on his own lap, and Nanarta, he danced. Isn't that Adbhut? Isn't that amazing? So now we'll begin the discussion, dear devotees. This is the Antya Lila of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has exclusively resided in Sri Jagannath Puri. In Sri Jagannath Puri Dham, which is the beautiful abode of the Lord, on Nilachal, on the mountain, blue mountain, is Lord Jagannath. In his beautiful Jagannath Puri temple, he resides. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lives close by in the house of Kashi Mishra. Kashi Mishra is an incarnation of Kubja. In Dwapar Yuga, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see Kubja had a great desire that Krishna should come and stay in my house. But Krishna was with Uddhav, Krishna was with Balaram, Krishna had his parents living in Mathura, Vasudeva Maharaj and Devaki Rani. So Krishna could not really, and Krishna was not married, so Krishna could not really stay in the house of Kubja. But Kubja had this desire that Krishna should come and stay in my house. Especially after Kubja was cured by Krishna's mercy. Her hunchback was gone. She became young, beautiful, attractive. So this Kubja appeared as Kashi Mishra. And her desire to have Krishna stay in her own house was fulfilled. Kubja came as Kashi Mishra. And Kashi Mishra had a house in Jagannath Puri, in a very nice location, close to Jagannath temple, but not too close either. And in a kind of a secluded place in those days. So Maharaj Prataprudra decided that the house of Kashi Mishra will be the ideal place for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to reside while he is in Jagannath Puri. Because it's close to Jagannath Puri temple, so he can go for darshan easily. And it's not very close. So there is no disturbance, no crowding. So Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, not just Krishna, but Krishna in the mood of Radharani came to stay in the house of Kubja. Just see the mercy. Came to stay in the house of Kashi Mishra. and that is Gambhira. The room where Mahaprabhu lived in the house of Kashi Mishra is called Gambhira. So Mahaprabhu lives in Gambhira. All day he's taking darshan of Jagannath. All day he's doing Nam Sankirtan. All day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is reciprocating with his dear devotees in Jagannath Puri Dham, like Maharaj Pratap Rudra, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Gopinath Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Haridas Thakur, and others. And at night in Gambhira, staying with Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is tasting the deeper meanings of the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam that he has heard in the daytime from Sri Gadadhar Pandit. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would wake up early in the morning, he would take bath in the ocean, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then go for the darshan of Sri Jagannath. He would do Nam Sankirtan in the courtyard of Lord Jagannath, and he would take the Upalabhog offering, the breakfast Mahaprasad of Jagannath, and come straight to Siddha Bakul, where Srila Haridas Thakur lived. He would sit down with Haridas Thakur and discuss Krishna Katha with Srila Haridas Thakur. Then Mahaprabhu would get up and go and take his noon bath in the ocean. And then again he would chant his mantras, and then he would accept prasadam in the homes of different devotees. Then in the afternoon, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after a short nap that lasted less than 30 minutes, he would go to Tota Gopinath temple. And in the garden, he would sit with Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And there, Maharaj Pratap Rudra, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Haridas Thakur, all these devotees would come. And in a group, they would sit and hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. Then for 3 hours, Mahaprabhu would discuss Srimad Bhagavatam with Sri Gadadhar Pandit. Then Mahaprabhu would again go and take his evening bath in the ocean and chant his evening mantras and take darshan of Jagannath and again have Nam Sankirtan. Nam Sankirtan on the streets of Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. And then at night, he would retire to Gambhira, and there he would not sleep. He would discuss Krishna Karanamrit, Geet Govind, and other scriptures along with Srimad Bhagavatam with his two most confidential associates, Lalita Sakhi and Vishakha Sakhi, Swarup Damodar Goswami and Sri Ramananda Rai. This was the daily schedule in Jagannath Puri of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very exalted Leela, Ante Leela of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had three servants actually, Govinda, Kashishwar Pandit, and Shankar Pandit. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent prasadam with Govinda for Haridas Thakur. And let us see what Sri Haridas Thakur said. Let us scroll down a little bit. Yes. Text number 16. These words are the words of revealed scriptures, my dear friends. These verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, they have unlimited potency. My words are faulty, but these words of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Bengali and Sanskrit and the translations and purports by Srila Prabhupada are perfect. So let us spend more time reading. Today is the Tirabhav Tithi of Srila Haridas Thakur, and I want to give you the full benefit of absorbing yourself in Srila Haridas Thakur's disappearance pastimes. So please let us pay attention. Text number 16 of chapter 11 of Ante Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Text 16. Ekadina Govinda Mahaprasad Laiya Haridase Dite Gela Anandita Hayya. One day, Govinda, the personal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, went Anandita in great jubilation to deliver the remnants of Sri Jagannath's, Lord Jagannath's Mahaprasad to Haridas Thakur. Mahaprasad Layya. He took Mahaprasad and went to Haridas Thakur. He was sent by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dekhe Haridas Thakur kariya che shayan manda manda karite che sankhya sankirtan. And what did Govinda see? He saw that Thakur Haridas. He was lying down. Shayana. He was lying down. But manda manda karite che sankhya sankirtan. But very softly, he was murmuring the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting his rounds, Sankhya. 192 rounds every day Haridas Thakur would chant as Namacharya. 3 lakh names. Govinda kahe utha asi karo bhojan, Haridas kahe aji karimu langhan. Govinda said, Utha, please rise, my dear Haridas Thakur Mahashay, and karaha bhojan, please accept Mahaprasad. Srila Haridas Thakur replied, Haridasa kahe aji karimu langhan. Today I will fast. Today I will fast. Sankhya kirtana pure nahi, kemate khaiba, Mahaprasad aniyacha kemate upekshiba. Sankhya kirtan pure nahi. I have taken a vow that I will chant 3 lakh names every day, 192 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. I have not been able to finish my rounds today. Kemate khaiba. Then how shall I eat if I have not fulfilled my vow of chanting? But Mahaprasad aniyacha. But you have brought Jagannath Mahaprasad for me on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kemate upekshiba. How can I neglect that? Not possible. One has to honor Mahaprasad. Eta bali Mahaprasad karila vandana, ekarancha layatara karila bhakshana. Saying this, Srila Haridas Thakur, he offered his obeisances to Mahaprasad. Jai Mahaprasad. Mahaprasada karila vandana. And then ekarancha layatara karila bhakshana. And then he took a little morsel of Mahaprasad just to honor it and ate it. Small part. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. Srila Prabhupada says, Mahaprasadam is non-different from Shri Krishna. Therefore, instead of eating Mahaprasadam, one should honor it. It is said here, Karila Vandana. He offered prayers, Mahaprasade Govinda. When taking Mahaprasadam, one should not consider the food ordinary preparations. Prasad is favor, mercy. One should consider Mahaprasadam a favor of Krishna. As stated by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, whose Avirbhav Tithi, appearance day, was yesterday, dear devotees. As stated by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahashay, Krishna bada dayamay, kari bare jivha jay, swa prasad anna dila bhai. What is Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur saying? Krishna bada dayamay. Krishna is very merciful. And karibare jivha jay, in order for us to conquer this jivha vegam, very difficult to control this tongue, but to help us win over this tongue, swa prasad anna dila bhai. Krishna has given us, oh brothers, Krishna has given us his own Mahaprasad, his own mercy in the form of anna, in the form of Mahaprasad. Why? Jivha jaya, to win over this tongue. Krishna bada dayamay. Krishna is very merciful indeed. Krishna is very kind. In this material world, we are all very much attached to tasting various types of food we want to eat in restaurants, isn't it? Different foods. Therefore, Krishna eats many nice varieties of food and offers the food back to the devotees, so that not only are one's demands for various tastes satisfied, but by eating prasadam, one makes advancement in spiritual life. Yajna Shishta Ashina Santo Muchante Sarvakil Vishay. Therefore, we should never consider ordinary food on an equal level with Mahaprasad. We should never consider ordinary restaurant food, unoffered food, to be on an equal level with Mahaprasad. Food that has been offered by devotees to Krishna. Aradina Mahaprabhu Tarathai Aila Sushtaha Haridasa Bali Tare Puchila. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to meet Srila Haridas Thakur at Siddha Bakul and asked from him, inquired from him, Haridas, are you well? Are you well? Namaskara karite ho kaila nivedana sharira sushtha hai mora asushtha buddhimana. Srila Haridas Thakur offered his obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namaskara kari. And then he kaila nivedana. He replied very humbly, submitted before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Haridas Thakur said, Sharira sushtha hai mora. My body is all right. My body is healthy. Physical body is healthy. Asushtha. but unwell is buddhimana. My intelligence and my mind are unwell. Body is well. प्रभु कहे कोन व्याधि कहता निर्णय, तेहो कहे संख्या की तना ना पूराय. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further inquired from Haridas Thakur, can you ascertain what is your disease? Can you tell me what is your disease? Kon vyadhi, what is your problem? What is your diagnosis? Sri Haridas Thakur said to Mahaprabhu, Teho kahe sankhya kirtana na puraya. My disease is, Sri Haridas Thakur replied, my disease is that I cannot complete my fixed number of rounds. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, if one cannot complete the fixed number of rounds he is assigned, he should be considered to be in a diseased condition of spiritual life. Srila Haridas Thakur is called Namacharya. Of course, we cannot imitate Srila Haridas Thakur, but everyone must chant a prescribed number of rounds. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we have fixed 16 rounds as the minimum so that the Westerners will not feel burdened. Hare Krishna. These 16 rounds must be chanted and chanted loudly. These 16 rounds must be chanted and chanted loudly, Srila Prabhupada says, so that one can hear himself and others. 16 rounds at least we should chant loudly, Vachik. Remaining extra rounds that we chant, we can chant Upamshu or Manasik. But at least 16 rounds Srila Prabhupada is ordering us in this purport. These are Srila Prabhupada's words. These 16 rounds must be chanted loudly so that one can hear clearly and others can also hear. This is the rule. Even Srila Haridas Thakur, he chanted 64 rounds loudly, Vachik, 64 rounds softly, Upamshu, and 64 rounds in the mind, silently. But this is so important. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we have fixed 16 rounds as the minimum so that the Westerners will not feel burdened. Hare Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada gave his initiations first time in New York, he said chant 64 rounds every day. But his Western disciples could not because they were not used to it. They were trying, very sincere. So Srila Prabhupada said, okay, 16 rounds minimum, but no less. Prabhu kahe vriddha haila sankhya alpakara siddha deha tumhi sadhane agrah kene kara. Very, very important verse. This verse and the next verse, very important tattva is there. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, now that you have become old, you may reduce the number of rounds you chant daily. You are already liberated and therefore you need not follow the regulative principles very strictly. Siddha deha tumi, you are self-realized. You are siddha, you are already perfected, liberated. Therefore, sadhana, you have already beyond sadhana bhakti. You have already attained Krishna. Agraha kene kara. There is no need for you to be so strict with your numbers. That is for sadhakas. You are not a sadhaka. You are a siddha bhakta. Purport. Unless one has come to the platform of spontaneous love of Godhead, Krishna Prem, he must follow the regulative principles. You must follow regulative principles. Unless we have had darshan of Krishna, we know what our Siddha Swarup is, we know what our name is in Golok Vrindavan, what our eternal service is, all the Ekadasha Guna, all the 11 characteristics of our Siddha Swarup, until unless we know and we have had darshan of Krishna, we are completely Siddha, liberated, Krishna Premi, Bhaktas. We should follow the regulative principles very carefully. One should not think oneself to be too advanced. Srila Prabhupada is writing, unless one has come to the platform of spontaneous love of God, that is Krishna Prem, one must follow the regulative principles. Thakur Haridas was the living example of how to follow the regulative principle, Sankhya Purvak. Similarly, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was also such a living example. In the Shad Goswami Ashtakam of Srila Srinivas Acharya, it is stated, Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gananati Bihi Kala Vasani Kritau. The Goswami, especially Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, strictly followed all the regulative principles. The first regulative principle is that One must chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly enough so that he can hear himself, and one must vow to chant a fixed number of rounds. Sankhya Purvaka. 3 things they used to do Sankhya Purvaka in a fixed, minimum regulated way. Sankhya Purvaka Naam, chanting the holy name, Gan, singing these prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam, prayers written by Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, our acharyas, prayers written by the songs of Srila Jayadev Goswami, like Dashaavatar Stotra and Gita Govind, prayers written by other acharyas, like Srila Bilva Mangal Thakur, Govinda Damodar Stotra and others. This is Gan. Singing prayers of Bhagavatam, singing prayers of Vaishnava acharyas. This is called Gan. Sankhya Purvaka Naam, Gana. Gana means all these prayers and ashtakams, Vandana. And Nati. Nati means Natamastak, to offer obeisances. So 3 things we have to do in a regulated, fixed, minimum way. Chanting fixed number of rounds, chanting fixed number of prayers, like Guru Ashtakam, Samsara Dava, Tulsi Arti, etc. Shiksha Ashtakam prayers. Fixed number of times we must chant. And third is offering obeisances. At least fixed number of times we must offer obeisances to Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, our Prayojan Acharya, was doing that. And Srila Haridas Thakur, our Namacharya, also doing that. Not only was Srila Raghunath Das Goswami chanting a fixed number of rounds, but he had also taken a vow to bow down, Nati, many times and offer obeisances to the Lord. This is our parampara. Loka nistarite ei tomar avatar, namera mahima loke karila prachar. Loka nistarite ei tomar avatar. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is declaring to all of us, Loka nistarite ei tomara avatar. Srila Haridas Thakur was not some Baddha Jiva who was born because of karma. Avatar, he had descended on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For what? Loka nistarite. For liberating the people in general. Loka nistarite ei tomar avatar, namera mahima loke karila prachar. And namera mahima loke karila prachar. You have sufficiently preached the glories of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Krishna Naam in this world already. Your role in this incarnation is to deliver people in general, and you have done that by preaching the glories of the holy name. Mahaprabhu is saying, purport. Srila Haridas Thakur is known as Sri Namacharya because it is he who preached the glories of chanting Harinam, the holy name of Krishna. By using the words Tomar Avatar, your incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirms that Sri Haridas Thakur is the incarnation of Lord Brahma. Avatar. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says that advanced devotees help the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna in his mission, and that such devotees are personal associates, Krishna Parshads, incarnate by the will of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. They incarnate. Srila Prabhupada said to Gurudas Prabhu, his very senior disciple, that Krishna sent me to this material world. Srila Prabhupada came here on the orders of Krishna. The Supreme Lord incarnates by his own will, and by his will, competent devotees, Mora Senapati Bhakta, competent devotees like Srila Prabhupada also incarnate to help Krishna in Krishna's mission. What is Mahaprabhu's mission? Prithiviteyateyacha nagaradigram sarvatra prachara haime mora nam. This is Mahaprabhu's mission in his own words. Haridas Thakur is thus the incarnation of Lord Brahma, and other devotees are likewise incarnations who help in the prosecution, in the fulfillment of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Ebe alpa sankhya kari kara sankirtan Haridasa kahe shuna mora satya nivedan. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Haridas Thakur, alpa sankhya kari, reduce the number of rounds. No need to chant 192 rounds now. How will we feel if our Gurudev or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells us, Prabhu, Mataji, I'm very pleased with your 16 rounds. Many years you have chanted. Now no need to chant 16 rounds. Now you can chant 8 rounds. Hare Krishna. The question is, do we feel happy or do we humbly reply to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga that we are getting taste in chanting your name? Your name is our only shelter, my Lord. You will disappear. You will disappear but your holy name should always stay on our tongue, in our heart. We are Naam Ashrit. We have taken shelter of your holy name. Please don't separate us from your holy name. Haridas Thakur says, Shuna Mora Satya Nivedan. Oh, my dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please listen to my plea. Hina jati janma mora nindya kalevara. Hina karme rata mui adhama pamara. Hina jati janma mora. My birth is abominable. Nindya kalevar. My body is abominable. Hina karme rata. I always engage in low types of work. Mui adhama pamara. And I am the most fallen, sinful person, condemned of all men. I was born in an inferior family and my body is most abominable. I always engage in low work. Therefore, I am the lowest, most condemned of all men. Hina jati janma mora nindya kalevar. Hina karme rata mui adhama pamar. Adrisha asprisha more angikar kaila. Raurav haite kadi more vaikunthe chadhaila. I am unseeable, adrisha. I am not worth seeing. Asprisha. I am untouchable. More angikara kaila. But you accepted me as your own servant. This means that you have saved me, delivered me from hellish condition, Raurava, Naraka, and raised me to Vaikuntha platform. Haridas Thakur is giving all credit to Mahaprabhu for delivering him. Swatantra Ishwara tumi, hao ichha maya, jagata nachao jare, jaiche ichhaya. Swatantra Ishwara tumi, abhigya swarat. My dear Lord, you are fully independent personality of Godhead. My dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you act by your own free will. To me, how ichha maya, you act according to your own free will. No one can force you. Rather, you cause the whole world to dance and act just as you like. Jagata nachao jare, nacha ichha hai. Therefore, the perfection of our life is to become puppets in Krishna's hand so that he can make us dance the way he wants. That was Srila Prabhupada's prayer. Ani yacho jadi Prabhu amare nachate, nachao Prabhu, nachao semate. Kashtera putali jatha, nachao semate. Nachao Prabhu, nachao semate. Like a wooden puppet, kashtera putali, nachao semate. The way you want, you make me dance. I am yours. This is Sharanagati. This is perfect devotion. Aneka nachaila more prasada kariya, viprera shraddha patra khainum lechahaya. My dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have made me dance in many ways. For example, I am a most fallen person, but you offered me the Shraddha Patra Sri Advaita Acharya had given, which is to be offered to first-class Brahmanas, and I ate from it even though I was born in a family of meat eaters. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhashya quotes from Vishnu Smriti in reference to the Shraddha Patra. Brahmana pasada hete kathitah pankti dushkah etan vivarjayed yatnat shraddha karmani panditah. According to this verse, if one is born in a Brahmana family but does not behave according to Brahminical standards, he should not be offered the Shraddha Patra, which is prasadam offered to the forefathers. Sri Advaita Acharya offered the Shraddha Patra to Srila Haridas Thakur, and not to a Brahmana who had been born in a Brahmana family, Jati Brahman, Smarta Brahman. Although Srila Haridas Thakur was born in the family of meat eaters, Mlechas, because he was an advanced devotee, he was shown more respect than a first-class Brahman. Aha. Srila Advaita Acharya said, feeding you, my dear Thakur Mahashaya, Haridas Thakur, is like feeding millions of Brahmanas. So in this way, the discussion is going on between Haridas Thakur and Mahaprabhu. Ekavancha haya mora bahudin haite lilas samvaribe tumi laya more chite. Shri Haridas Thakur is requesting Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for a long time I have held one desire in my heart. What is that? I think that quite soon, my Lord, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will bring to a close your earthly pastimes, your pastimes in this material world. Sei lila prabhu more kabhu na dekhaiba, apanar age mora sharira padiba. I wish that you do not show me this closing chapter of your pastimes, your lila of disappearing from this world. I don't want to see. I want to die Saubhagyavati. I want to die Saubhagyavati. You are my master. You are my Prananath. And I want to die before you disappear from this world. Apanara age mora sharira padiba. Like a chaste wife, I want to die before you. Let my time of death come in your presence. Let my body fall in your presence. And then Haridas Thakur is expressing his desire. Hridaye dharimu tomar kamala charana. Nayane dekhimu tomar chanda vadana. At the time of death, I wish to catch your lotus-like feet upon my heart. Hridaye dharimu tomar komala kamala charana. Your soft lotus feet, I want to hold them, embrace them to my heart. And I want to see your moon-like face. Nayane, with my eyes, dekhimu, I want to see tomara chanda vadana. Your beautiful moon-like face, my dear Gaura Chandra. This is my desire. And what else is your desire? Jivhaya ucharimu tomar Krishna Chaitanya naam. Ei mata mora ichha chadimu paran. Jivhaya ucharimu tomar Krishna Chaitanya naam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya naam. With my tongue at the time of that, I want to chant your name, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ei mata mora ichha chadimu paran. This is the way I want to give up my life. This is my desire. Mora ei ichhaya di tomar prasade haya ei nivedana mora kara dayamaya. Oh Dayamaya Mahaprabhu, oh merciful Lord, if it is your desire, then please grant this wish, grant this desire of mine. Ei nicha deha mora paduka tavage, vancha siddhi mora tomate lage. Let this low-born body fall before you, my dear Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You can make possible this perfection of all my desires. Ei vancha siddhi mora tomate lage. Please, please, please. What does Mahaprabhu reply? Prabhu kahe Haridasa, ye tumi magi be Krishna kripa maya taha avashya karibe. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, my dear Haridas Thakur, Shri Krishna is so merciful that he must execute whatever you want. Whatever you want, he must execute. I want to read all these verses, 108 verses, to all of you, my dear friends, but we are running out of time. So I will just cut it very short now. We have just started the Leela. So then, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells Haridas Thakur, Thakur Mahashaya, if you leave your body, what will happen to me? How will I live without you? Every day I come and I spend my mornings with you. If you leave this world like this, what will happen to me? Sri Haridas Thakur said, please don't cheat me. Please don't cheat me, Mahaprabhu. Please don't cheat me. I am not the source of pleasure to you. Nothing will happen if I die. Don't cheat me in this way. You have millions and millions of followers and devotees who are much more qualified than me. And each and every one of them is qualified to sit on my head. Please don't cheat me. I am like a small, insignificant insect. If an insignificant insect like an ant dies in some remote corner, what is the loss to the whole world? I am like a small, insignificant insect. Let me die. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Mahaprabhu said, I will see you tomorrow. And he got up and left with his devotees. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking all his devotees with him, Govinda, Kashishwar, Shankar Pandit, Vakreshwar Pandit, Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Galadhar Pandit, all the devotees. He came to Siddhavakul. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Siddhavakul. And he asked Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, what is the news? Srila Haridas Thakur was lying on the ground, very weak and frail. He was approximately 80 to 82 years old, because Haridas Thakur was 35 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Haridas Thakur appeared in this world in the year 1450. He was 35, 36 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the end of the Antya Leela of Mahaprabhu, 11th chapter of Antya Leela of Mahaprabhu. Rup and Sanatan Goswami have already come, lived for 10 months and gone back to Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu disappeared at the age of 48. So this must be Mahaprabhu's 46th or 47th year in this world. Which means Srila Haridas Thakur must be 80 plus. Is it not? My math is not good. Raj Prabhu. Srila Haridas Thakur must be 80 plus. So very old. He is lying on the ground at Siddhavakul chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Mahaprabhu said, what is the plan? What is the news? Srila Haridas Thakur said, whatever is your desire, Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai to begin a tumultuous Prem Nam Sankirtan. And he told Vakreshwar Pandit, dance with me. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Vakreshwar Pandit were dancing as Swarup Damodar Goswami and Sri Ramananda Rai were singing, and all the devotees were joining in the tumultuous, beautiful Prem Nam Sankirtan at Siddhavakul. And the Nam Sankirtan went on and on and on. And Haridas Thakur was in bliss. And every time devotees would come and sing and dance close to him, Haridas Thakur would take the dust from their lotus feet and smear it upon his head as he was lying on the ground, blissful, lying in the dust of the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and stood in front of Srila Haridas Thakur, and he placed his right foot on the heart, on the chest of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, with both his hands, he held on to the lotus foot of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his heart. And all the devotees came close by and surrounded Haridas Thakur, and the kirtan was loud and tumultuous, Prem Nam Sankirtan. Haridas Thakur with his hands was holding the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his heart. And with his eyes, he was gazing at the beautiful moon-like face of Sri Gaura Chandra. Gaura Sundara, Gaura Chandra. And with his mouth, Haridas Thakur was constantly chanting, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. He was chanting. And all the devotees were chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And Mahaprabhu was gazing lovingly at his devotee, Shri Haridas Thakur. And while chanting Shri Krishna Chaitanya, means what? Shri is Shriji, Radharani. Krishna is Lord Krishna, Ishvara Parama Krishna. And Chaitanya is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur is telling us Shri, Radha and Krishna have come together as Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. In the mood of the gopis, Srila Haridas Thakur is placing the lotus feet of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu upon his heart. The gopis are praying to Krishna. Fani fana arpitam te padambujam krinukuche shunaha krindirechayam. Hey Krishna, you placed your lotus feet on the hoods of that poisonous serpent Kaliya as you danced. Will you not place your lotus feet in our hearts, on our hearts? Fani fanarpitam te padambujam. Your lotus feet you offered to the hoods of Kaliya. Fani fanarpitam. Will you not offer those lotus feet to our hearts? This is the prayer of the gopis. Yatte sujata charanam buruham sthaneshu. Srimati Radharani, the gopis are praying that Krishna, we always keep your lotus feet, Shanai, very slowly, very carefully in our hearts. We don't want you to walk in the forest where there are thorns and sharp pebbles, please keep your lotus feet in our heart. By Nam Bhajan, we are trying to make our heart soft like butter. Place your lotus feet here, please. Yatte sujata charanam buruham sthaneshu. In that same mood of the gopis, having had the association of Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, our Thakur Mahasaya Haridas Thakur is placing the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Radha and Krishna. Radha Krishna prana mor yugala kishore jivane marane gati ara nahi mor. Srila Haridas Thakur is personification of this. Holding the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, who is Radha and Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya to his heart. He left this world, my dear friends. What a perfect passing away. Gazing at the beautiful moon-like face of Mahaprabhu, chanting the name of Mahaprabhu, surrounded by loving devotees, chanting Prem Nam Sankirtan, lying in the dust of the lotus feet of the devotees and having the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu upon his heart. Our Thakur Mahasaya, who all his life, no matter how much people tortured him, criticized him, blasphemed him, persecuted him, he chanted the holy name 3 lakh times every day, 192 rounds every day. Not for himself, he was already liberated. Srila Haridas Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat mentions, Srila Haridas Thakur was praying for all of us. Srila Haridas Thakur was chanting his 192 rounds every day for all of us, my dear friends. That's why he's Namacharya, because he's so compassionate. Srila Haridas Thakur disappeared today, my dear friends, on this very auspicious tithi. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he picked up the body of Haridas Thakur after Haridas Thakur had left, and he started dancing in ecstasy in Harinam Sankirtan. He was so intoxicated, Mahaprabhu was so intoxicated with love that he would not stop. Swarup Damodar Goswami had to tell Mahaprabhu, the sun will set. We have to do the Antyeshti Samskar, the final rites of Haridas Thakur before the sun sets. Please, you have to stop the Kirtan. Mahaprabhu said, dig here on the beach. The devotees with their loving hands started digging. Mahaprabhu himself started digging. And Srila Haridas Thakur's body was bathed in the ocean. Mahaprabhu said, this ocean has now become a tirtha, has now become a holy place because it has washed the body of Haridas Thakur. All the devotees came and they washed the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur in the ocean water and drank the ocean water. Normally, a dead body is very contaminated. Here, the greatest devotees, Lalita Vishaka Sakhi, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Ramananda Rai, are washing the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur in the ocean salty water and drinking that salty water. It is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I wanted to read all these verses. After that, Srila Haridas Thakur's body was smeared with sandalwood pulp, chandan, that had been offered to Jagannath. His whole body was smeared with chandan. New clothes were draped around the body of Haridas Thakur. Jagannath's garlands were placed upon Haridas Thakur. On Haridas Thakur's chest, Jagannath Mahaprasadam was placed. And the silk rope of Jagannath was also brought and placed around Haridas Thakur. And Srila Haridas Thakur was placed in the burial pit that had been dug by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. With his own loving hand, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started putting soil on Haridas Thakur's body to bury him. And all the devotees followed suit. All the devotees came and they helped Mahaprabhu in burying Sri Haridas Thakur. Mahaprabhu said, create a fence around Haridas Thakur's samadhi so nobody will disturb. A Tulsi plant was placed. Haridas Thakur always chanted in front of Tulsi Maharani. Tulsi plant was placed on his samadhi. And then Mahaprabhu did more Nam Sankirtan. Mahaprabhu bathed with the devotees in the ocean. They splashed each other playfully with the ocean water in great jubilation that Haridas Thakur has returned to the spiritual world. Has returned to the spiritual world. It was celebration, jubilation. No more birth, old age, disease, death. He has gone back to Godhead. Very happy. Then Mahaprabhu personally went to the shopkeepers, took his uttariya, and he started begging. Please give me some food, some Jagannath Prasad. I want to have a feast for Haridas Thakur's Tirobhavatithi. Seeing Yatijana Chudamani, the grace jewel of all sannyasis, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begging like this. No. All the shopkeepers, they profusely gave whatever they had. Take everything for Thakur Mahashay's Tirobhav Mahotsav. Haridas Thakur Tirobhav Mahotsav. Take everything. Swarup Damodar Goswami says, stop. Not like this. Mahaprabhu, you go and sit there. Let me handle this. Swarup Damodar Goswami took Ramananda Rai and 2 other Vaishnavas with him and 4 servants. And he said, all shopkeepers, you give me 4 handfuls of Jagannath Mahaprasad. And in this way, they collected huge quantities. They gave a chance to all the shopkeepers to donate. Everyone should participate in Haridas Thakur's Tirobhav Mahotsav. Everyone participated enthusiastically. Lots of, and then Kashishwar Pandit and Vaninath Rai, who is incarnation of Bhimsen, they got Jagannath Mahaprasad from Jagannath temple. Lots of it for Haridas Thakur's Tirobhav Tithi. So there was Jagannath Mahaprasad and there was Jagannath Mahaprasad from Anand Bhandar, from Ananda Bazar and from Jagannath temple. Lots of Mahaprasad. Mahaprabhu was so happy. Everyone is donating. He becomes so enthusiastic. He said, all the devotees sit in rows. He made all the devotees, hundreds of them, sit in rows. And with his own loving hands, Mahaprabhu started serving the devotees the prasad, Mahaprasad, Jagannath Mahaprasad, in honor of Srila Haridas Thakur's Tirobhav Tithi. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was fed sumptuously with love by his devotees. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not used to eating small quantity. Mahaprabhu was used to eating huge quantities because that's how his devotees like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Advaita Acharya would feed him. So Mahaprabhu, with that habit, he started placing in everyone's plate prasadam enough to serve 5 men. He was giving each and everyone food worth 5 people. Such enthusiasm, was serving. Mahaprabhu served everyone. But no one would eat. Why? Because everyone wanted Mahaprabhu to eat first. Swarup Damodar Goswami told Mahaprabhu, you are so enthusiastic to celebrate the Tirobhav Mahotsav of Srila Haridas Thakur. You have served everyone with your own loving hands, but nobody will eat. Because they want to see you eat first. First you eat. You sit down. Receiving this order from Swarup Damodar Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down. And because Mahaprabhu would not eat alone, Brahmananda Bharati and Paramananda Puri, who were the god brothers of Sri Ishwar Puri, they sat. They were also sannyasis and they started eating. Seeing that Mahaprabhu, Brahmananda Bharati and Paramananda Puri are eating, then all the devotees, they said, Hari Bol, and they also started eating. And there was a grand celebration and Mahaprabhu was sitting while eating. Mahaprabhu was telling the servers, there were 4 servers. There was Swarup Damodar Goswami, there was Ramananda Rai, Govinda and Kashishwar. Mahaprabhu was sitting and telling them, give more, serve more, give jalebi to him, give khaja to him, give rice to him. He was sitting, Mahaprabhu was commanding, serve more, and everybody ate till they were full, till here they could not eat anymore. In this way, with great festivity and while eating, with every morsel of Mahaprasad, everyone was saying, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Everyone was very happy. In this way, the Tirobhav Mahotsav of Srila Haridas Thakur was celebrated, my dear friends. And now I will conclude my humble presentation by reading just few verses from this chapter, my dear friends, just at the end, because I want all of you to get the benediction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking these verses. Text number 91. Haridasera Vijayotsava ye kaila darshana ye iha nritya kaila ye kaila kirtana ye tare valuka dite karila gamana tara madhe mahotsave ye kaila bhojana achire haiba tara Sabar Krishna Prapti Haridas Darshane Haya Aiche Shakti. Look at this. Haridaser Vijayotsava. The celebration of Srila Haridas Thakur's Tirobhav Mahotsav. Ye Kaila Darshana. Anyone who has witnessed, either through eyes or through ears, anyone who has witnessed, Srila Kaviraj Goswami is giving us darshan through his Chaitanya Charitamrita. We should have faith. Ye iha nritya kaila, ye kaila kirtana. Anyone who danced in the Tirobhav Mahotsav of Srila Haridas Thakur, and anyone Kaila Kirtana, anyone who has done Kirtan, who has chanted the holy names, or who had chanted the glories of Haridas Thakur in this Mahotsav. Ye tare valuka dite karila gamana. And anyone who offered valu, anyone who offered sand to bury the transcendental body of Haridas Thakur, karila gamana, and anyone who joined this festival, Tara Madhye Mahotsave Ye Kaila Bhojana, and anyone who partook of the Mahaprasad served at the Tirobhav Mahotsav of Srila Haridas Thakur. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is declaring, Achire hai betasa bara Krishna prapti Haridasa darashane haya aiche shakti. Shri Mahaprabhu's Amogh Vachan, Mahaprabhu is saying, Achire, very soon, such a person will get Krishna prapti, will get Krishna. Haridasa darshane haya aiche shakti. Such is the power, wonderful power in seeing Haridas Thakur. Kripa kari Krishna more diya chila sanga swatantra Krishnera ichha kaila sanga bhanga. Mahaprabhu in his humility is saying, Krishna is so kind that Kripa kari Krishna more diya che sanga. Krishna is so merciful that he gave me the association, sanga, of such an exalted Mahabhagavad as Haridas Thakur. All these years I had the association of Haridas Thakur, my dear devotees, when I started the Nam Sankirtan movement in Navadvip. Haridas Thakur was the first person along with Nityananda Prabhu that I told them to go and preach. Shuno Shuno Haridas, Shuno Shuno Nityananda, Shuno Haridas, Amara Agyay Tumi, Karo ye Prakash, Grihe Grihe Prati Grihe, Karo ye Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Shiksha. I had given these instructions to Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. Shuno Shuno Nityananda, Shuno Haridas. I had told them to preach. They preached to everyone, including Jagai Madai. During Mahaprakash Leela, Haridas Thakur was there. What did he beg from me? He wants to become a dog so that he can eat the remnants left behind by the devotees. Such was the humility of Haridas Thakur. He came to Katwa to witness my sannyas ceremony. He came and stayed with me in Shantipur after my sannyas. He accompanied me to Nilachal, and since then he has stayed in Nilachal, Jagannath Puri. Haridas Thakur was my constant associate. Krishna was kind to give me his association for so many years. But now, Swatantra Krishnera Ichha Kaila Sanga Bhanga. But now he has taken me away from the association of Haridas Thakur. Vanchitosmi Nasamshay. Now I am bereft of the association of my Haridas. Never will I hear his chanting. Never will I see him offering obeisances with such humility. Never will I see him sitting at Siddha Bakul and hearing Krishna Katha from me. Haridase richa jabe haila chalite amara shakati tare narila rakite. It was Haridas's desire to leave this world, material world. And I had no power. I had no power to stop him. Ichha matre kaila nija prana nishkramana purve jena shuniyachi bhishme ramarana. Simply by his will, Srila Haridas Thakur could give up his life and go away. Exactly like Shri Bhishma Dev, who previously died simply by his own desire, as we have heard from Shastra. Haridasa achila prithvira shiromani taha vina ratna shunya haila medini. Medini means earth. Haridasa achila prithvira shiromani. Haridas was the crest jewel, crown jewel of this earth. Taha vina ratna shunya haila medini. And now Medini earth has become ratna shunya, has become bereft of that valuable jewel because Haridas has left. Oh, there is so much more, my dear friend. There are so many more beautiful verses, but we have gone past our time. So, over time, so I will stop here, dear devotees. But this is the incomparable glory of Srila Haridas Thakur. Srila Prabhupada has given us this nectar called Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We should drink it, my dear friends. All of us should have Chaitanya Charitamrita at home, and we should drink it, drink it, drink it. Nitya. Actually, there is a verse. 1 second, let me see if I can find. There is a verse that says that Chaitanya Charitamrita is like that. It is nectar, and we should drink it. Let me see. There is one very beautiful verse here. Verse number 106, dear devotees. Just listen to this verse. Chaitanya Charitra ei amritera sindhu karna mana tripta kare jara eka bindu. Look at this beauty. Chaitanya Charitamrita. The descriptions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what are they? Amritera Sindhu. They are an ocean of nectar. Chaitanya Lila is nectar ocean, ocean of nectar, ocean of honey. Ananda Lila Maya Vigrahaya Hema Bhadivya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Chaitanya Charitra e Amritera Sindhu. Karna, ears, mana, mind and heart, tripta kare, completely satisfied. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Yatma suprasidati, completely satisfied. What? Jara eka bindu. Chaitanya Leela is like an ocean of Amrit, ocean of nectar, and one drop from that ocean can completely satisfy our ears and our minds, our hearts. Because in this material world, we always have Trishna, we always have thirst for mundane things. But that lower tendency can be conquered by drinking Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitra ei amritera sindhu karnamana tripta kare yara eka bindu bhava sindhu tari bare ache jara chitta Shraddha kari shuna se Chaitanya Charitra. Kaviraj Goswami is petitioning all of us. Anyone who desires to cross over the ocean of nescience, ignorance, Bhava Sindhu Tari Bare, Ache Jara Chitta. One who wants to cross over Bhava Sindhu, material ocean. Please hear with great faith, Shraddha Kari. Please hear with great faith the life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shraddha Kari Shuna Se Chaitanya Charitra Bhava Sindhu Tari Bare Ache Jara Chitta Shraddha Kari Shuna Se Chaitanya Charitra Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Jara Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. Holding on to the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Raghunath Das Goswami, I, Krishna Das Kaviraj, sing the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Such beauty, such nectar, such mercy. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so very much, Prabhu. It was extremely nectarian to hear the glories of Srila Haridas Thakur. Especially you were reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita along with us and explaining all the different pastimes, which sometimes we don't get to hear about. So I would like to thank you so much for the wonderful session. Those devotees who have any questions, you can either please raise your hand and ask your question. I think we can take a couple of questions. So we have Sharmishta Priyadarshini Mataji. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Sharmishta Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhu.
Jai Shri Prabhu. Prabhuji, can I ask my question in Hindi if it's okay?
Yes, Mataji. Only if you can speak up a little louder because I'm not able to hear somehow.
Okay. Is it? Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So Prabhuji, my question is on Bhagavatam actually. So may I ask?
Yes, please. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I can try.
So प्रभु जी जो सेकेंड कैंटो के जो 9th चैप्टर के शायद 6वां श्लोक है, उसमें जो बताया जा रहा है कि जो ब्रह्मा जी को तप जो सुनाई देता है, वो थोड़ा मुझे मतलब मेरा थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है। जो अल्फाबेट्स का संस्कृत का बताया जाता है, जो 2 डिवीजन हुआ है स्पर्श वर्ण और तालव्य वर्ण का, वो थोड़ा प्रभु जी आप मुझे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं एग्जैक्टली? वो थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है मेरे लिए।
Mataji, I'll have to open up Srimad Bhagavatam. So your question, आपको प्रश्न है, is it okay if I say in English so everybody can understand?
Yes, Prabhuji, you can say in English. Yeah.
So you have question regarding the word tapa, why Brahmaji was told tapa by Lord Vishnu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so that is second canto. So Brahmaji was born, everything was very dark, and Brahmaji was completely bewildered, and he was looking, where is God, where is God? So he was looking in all directions, so he got 4 heads. He was looking everywhere, but he didn't know what to do. He was Padmaja, he was born on the lotus, but everything was dark. So he was completely bewildered. So he went down the stem of the lotus, went up again, looked everywhere, could not find anything. All he found was Garbhodaka ocean, the Garbhodaka ocean. He was completely bewildered and lost. He didn't know what to do. So he prayed to the Supreme Lord, "Oh Supreme Lord, whoever you are, please help me, guide me." So in reciprocation from Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, Lord Brahma heard the 2 syllables, tapa, which means tapasya, austerity. And then he started sitting in one place and meditating on the Supreme Lord Vishnu and did tapasya. And then, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaya. Brahmaji, who is Adi Kavi, he got the Brahma Gyan. He got the Vedic knowledge in his heart, heart-to-heart transmission. And then he was able to do Visarga. Atra Sarga Visarga. So he was able to do secondary creation. And he became the creator of this material universe. So therefore, it teaches us that tapo divyam, we all have to go through tapasya. Brahmaji went through his tapasya. We have to go through our tapasya in our life. Tapasya means to give up things that are unfavorable for Krishna consciousness and to accept things that are favorable. So that tapasya we all have to go through in order to achieve the grace of Krishna. That is the crux of the whole pastime. Is that okay, Sarmishta Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, little confusion is there about Sparsha Varna and Talavya Varna. So can you
Sparsha Varna and Kala Varna.
Talavya Varna. It is mentioned in that sloka exactly. That is Sanskrit language, the consonant alphabets are divided into 2 divisions, namely the Sparsha Varna and the Talavya Varna. So ये थोड़ा confusing है, Prabhuji.
Okay, Madhavi, that you have to ask someone who knows Sanskrit. So Amarendra Prabhu would be the ideal person to ask that question because he's very expert in Sanskrit. So if you can ask that question to Amarendra Prabhu, then I'm sure you will be satisfied. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. And Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful answer. We have Anuradha Devidasi Mataji next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. Prabhuji, whenever you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, it sounds so sweet. And me being a Bengali, I relish it even more. And the thing is, Chaitanya Charitamrita, before Madhya comes Adi. And Adi, after first chapter itself, I give up. I do not have the guts to go ahead. I'm because on Bhakti Sangha also we have heard Madhya and Antya. So that's not such a struggle. Just from the point of view where I can read, but Adi is, I find it so hard. And, just reading Madhya and Antya, it feels like doing a half job done. So how do I go about Adi Prabhu, Adi Leela? Yeah, thank you.
Adi Leela is Tattva Pradhan. It is, it has a lot of Tattva in it. It describes Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Mahaprabhu Tattva, Nityananda Tattva, Balram Tattva. So all these Tattvas are described, but towards the end of the Adi Leela also there is very sweet Leela. The childhood pastimes of Mahaprabhu are there very nicely described. So many nice things are there in the Adi Leela also, but this Tattva is also very important. And once we develop attraction for Krishna, then this Krishna Tattva also becomes very juicy, also becomes very relishable. And therefore, it is the realization of the advanced devotees that there is rasa in tattva and there is tattva in rasa. So there are two things. Leela is rasa pradhan, and then philosophy is tattva pradhan. There is tattva and there is rasa. And the advanced devotees have realized that there is tattva in rasa and there is rasa in tattva. So they are inseparable. So Krishna, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada said it's like a rasgulla. You eat it from here, you eat it from there, eat it from here, eat it from here. By the Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, Antya Lila, everything is sweet, everything is nectar. So we should read it. We should take it like a medicine. Srila Rupa Goswami says in Upadeshamrit, like a patient with jaundice. Initially, it may not be very relishable. It may taste even bitter, but that is because the problem is with us. So we should just keep reading Adi Lila. It's very nectarian. Especially Mataji, my humble request, you can read chapter 4 of Adi Lila. You will love it. You can read chapter 4. Your name is Anuradha. You read chapter 4 and you will be very happy. Then you will fall in love with Adi Lila. Adi Lila is very nice. Srila Kaviraj Goswami has described the tattva so nicely. So nicely. Once we know the tattva, then it is very blissful to dive in rasa. So having a foundation of tattva is very essential. So please read the 4th chapter of Adi Lila and read the whole Adi Lila. It's very wonderful. Is that okay? Anuradha Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, I don't mind so much of tattva, and also in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Siddhanta Boliya Chitte Na Karo Alas Yaha Hoite Krishna Lage Srudira Manas. When I would love to, the thing is, my struggle is, though I have the interest to know the tattva, my brain cannot hold so much. Like I cannot read beyond a point. I was reading the glories of Nityananda Prabhu, and though I was understanding to a certain extent, my brain is not able to hold beyond a point. So is there any tip that I can go ahead, I can complete?
There is no tip, but there is relief. You want relief? The relief is bhakti is not a path of the brain. Bhakti is not a path of the brain. Bhakti is the path of the heart. So it's okay if the brain cannot understand all that tattva. What is Karanadakshay Vishnu, what is Garbhadakshay Vishnu, what is Kshirodakshay Vishnu, what is Shvetadvip. All those things we may not be able to understand. The brain may not be able to understand, but that's okay. You are swimming in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So just be happy that I'm swimming in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So bhakti is a path of the heart, not a path of the brain. So just keep reading it. You're swimming in Chaitanya Charitamrita and you'll be splashed by waves of ecstasy. You'll be splashed by waves of ecstasy. So even if the brain is not able to understand, keep reading. In Chaitanya Charitamrita itself, there is a very beautiful story in the Madhya Lila of the Brahman sitting in Sri Rangam. You know that Brahman? Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
So he was not understanding. His brain also was not understanding Bhagavad Gita. But he was reading because Guru More Agya came. Guru has given me Agya. So he was just reading, and tears of ecstasy were coming from his eyes. And Mahaprabhu said that you are the knower of Bhagavad Gita. You are the teacher of Bhagavad Gita. And look at his Guru. His Guru told him, you go to the Sri Rangam temple where all the high-class Brahmanas are sitting and discussing Vedas and Upanishads. And you sit among them. Open Bhagavad Gita and read. Guru could have told him, sit in your house and read quietly in solitude. But Guru More Agya Keli. Guru gave him order that you go in the assembly of the Pandits of Sri Rangam temple and read Bhagavad Gita there. So he would sit in a public place, which was a mockery of himself because he could not read, he could not pronounce, and everyone ridiculed him and made fun of him. He became a laughing stock, but he was indifferent. Guru Agya. Guru has said, read, I will read. His brain could not understand. But because he was following, because he was in Guru Anugatya, tears of ecstasy started coming to his eyes. And he was able to have Krishna darshan in his heart. Krishna is sitting, Partha Sarthi is sitting and instructing Arjun, and he would cry. And Mahaprabhu said, you have understood Bhagavad Gita. Just see the beauty. So you have to keep reading. Some sections we will understand, some we will not. Just keep reading. Knowing that we are reading the words of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is Kasturi Manjari, who is sitting on the banks of Radha Kund, hearing from Raghunath Das Goswami, who heard from Sarup Damodar Goswami. And just remember all that and keep reading. Swim in the nectar of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Please bless me that I can soon start and I do not stop reading Chaitanya Charitamrita ever till I am in this body, Prabhu. Please. I need your blessing.
Not qualified to bless, but I pray for you. I pray for you. And please ask your question to Amarendra Prabhu. He will answer it nicely. Second. ठीक है.
Hare Krishna.
तुलसी गोपी माता जी.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat and Dandavat to all the Vaishnavas. I was wondering that after this pastime where Lord Brahma or even King Prataprudra, who was Lord Indra, when they appeared as Haridas Thakur and so after that, after experiencing Krishna Prem and Gauri Prem, what happened to their eternal, I mean, they're not eternal, but their position as Devatas? If they went back to Godhead, then the heavens or Brahmalok would have replaced another, or what happens?
Oh, so these personalities, like Advaita Acharya's father, Kuber Pandit, is an incarnation of Kuber. And like that. So Haridas Thakur is Lord Brahma. So it's not that the post that they were doing, that they are holding in the material creation becomes vacant. Not like that. But even as they are doing their duty in this material world, it is Krishna karma. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mat karma krin mat parama mat bhakta sangha varjita. It is Krishna karma. They are doing it for Krishna only. So they are completely absorbed, and that is also a liberated state. They are also Jivan Mukta. And many of these personalities, they have their spiritual form in the spiritual world, and at the same time, their own Kaya Vyuha, their own expansion is functioning in the material world also. For example, when Nala Kuber and Manigriv, the two sons of Kuber, when they were liberated by Krishna and they became devotees, they offered prayers, they circumambulated Krishna, and they went. Our Acharya said that they went back to the heavenly world, where they regained their forms as Nala Kuber and Manigriv. But Srila Jiva Goswami writes in Gopal Champu that they became Snigdha Kantha and Madhu Kantha, the two men in the court, the two bards in the court of Nanda Baba. And they sing Krishna Lila very beautifully. And they have chanted Gopal Champu. So like that. So they may have spiritual form in the spiritual world also. Like our Acharyas say that Haridas Thakur, he attained Gopi Bhav. He attained Gopi Bhav. Bhishma Dev became a Manjari. Our Acharyas say this is not some fiction. Our Acharyas say this. That's why Bhishma Dev was able to remember the gopis on his deathbed, so to speak. The last verses that he chanted, he was glorifying the gopis. Bhishma Dev. So yes, that chivalrous warrior on the battle of Kurukshetra is getting Gopi Bhav. Our Acharyas have declared this. That's why Bhishma Dev is compared to Haridas Thakur. You see, we read that verse. Haridas Thakur is keeping the lotus feet of Krishna on his chest in the mood of the gopis. So he got Gopi Bhav. So gopis go to Golok Vrindavan. So like that. So Krishna can help, Krishna can make it possible for one soul to be in 2-3 different places also. That is not impossible for Krishna. Like that. So, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna and then Kasturi Manjari Mataji, last question. Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. I really liked your class, how you told the passing away of Haridas Thakur. When you were saying, I was remembering Bhishma Dev's passing. And Prabhuji, I had one question. Haridas Thakur is Namacharya, and in Kali Yuga, we need to do Nam. Then why Haridas Thakur is not in the Panchatattva?
Why Haridas Thakur is not in the Panchatattva? Haridas Thakur may not be in the Panchatattva, but Haridas Thakur is one of the Nija Parshads, one of the very intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had many associates. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had many associates. He had Swarup Damodar Goswami also. He had Rupa Goswami also. Sanatan Goswami also. Ramananda Rai also. They are very intimate associates. But they are not a part of the Panchatattva. But actually they are all part of the Panchatattva. You know how? Because Shrivas Thakur represents Bhakta, a pure devotee. And Shrivas Thakur is the representative. As Narad Muni, he is the representative of all the pure devotees. But all the devotees who are coming in the line of Narad Muni, which means all our Sampradaya, all the sampradayas, they are all represented by Narad Muni. Represented by Narad Muni. Just like, for example, there may be many citizens in Atlanta, but then Atlanta will have a representative, the state representative, who represents all the citizens. So similarly, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has many intimate associates like Swarup Damodar Goswami, Ramananda Rai, Rup Sanatan Goswami. They are very, very dear devotees of Mahaprabhu. But in the Panchatattva, everyone cannot be there. So all the bhaktas are represented by Srivas Thakur. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So Bhakta Roop is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakta Swarup is Nityananda Swarup, Nityananda Ram. Bhakta Avatar is Advaita Acharya. Bhakta Shakti is Gadadhar Pandit, Ladini Shakti. And Bhaktakhyam, Bhakta, pure Bhakta, Shuddha Bhakta is represented by Srivas Thakur, but Srivas Thakur is the representative of all the other associates of Mahaprabhu, all the other pure devotees like Vakreshwar Pandit and others. So actually they are all there, but they are only one can be there on the altar, one Bhakta. So that is representative is Narada Muni, Srivas Thakur. Is that okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Last question, Kasturi Manjari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Danvat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for taking us in the pastime of Srila Haridas Thakur, that is appearance pastime. One question and one reflection, Prabhu. Like, reflection is that hearing about Haridas Thakur and thinking about Srila Haridas Thakur, it's the verse Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnunamani Namanadena Kirtanya Sadahari, that just comes in the mind. And the question that I have is like towards the disappearance pastime of Srila Haridas Thakur, that he didn't want to see the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he said that he want to have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus face in front of his eyes and his lotus feet in his heart, and from his mouth he wants to chant the holy name of the Lord. So this is such a high goal, Prabhu, and for a person like me this is way, way far away. So I was just thinking that how can one like me, a neophyte devotee, can cultivate and think of that kind of a goal and cultivate it.
By sadhu sangha. If we associate with high-class devotees, then we will also develop such aspirations. And we see even in our contemporary life, such things are possible. Srila Prabhupada did it, isn't it? In the holy month of Kartik, Srila Prabhupada, he returned to Shri Vrindavan Dham, and he was surrounded by devotees chanting Harinam, and Krishna was present on his heart, on his chest in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, and with his lips he was chanting. His god brothers like Srila Kinchan, Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, they were all there chanting. It was very glorious. Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj did that, isn't it? So it is possible. Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj did it in 2005. Contemporary Vaishnava. So yes, it is possible. It is possible by having very sincere association of advanced devotees, and also associating with scriptures like Chaitanya Charitamrita. If constantly we are reading such pastimes from Chaitanya Charitamrita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, then naturally our consciousness will be uplifted, and then it is possible. So associating with the Shastra and associating with sadhus who are living the Shastra. Person Bhagavat and book Bhagavat, both. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Both types of Bhagavat we have to serve. Book Bhagavat and person Bhagavat. Then it is possible. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hai. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hai. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra ka hai. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hai. So this Siddhi also will come by Sadhu Sangha. Is that okay? Kasturi Manjari Mataji? I think Mataji, you are on mute. So Sadananda Ramchandra Prabhu, is it okay?
Prabhuji, thank you. I wasn't able to unmute myself. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Just a little follow-up. So, association of person Bhagavata and book Bhagavata, Prabhu. So generally when the devotees are advanced devotees, they don't show any those things out of their humility, and sometimes it becomes very bewildering and confusing. Like, I mean, we have the advice that we shouldn't try to understand the Vaishnavya Kriya Mudra Vijaniya Bhujya, that words comes, Prabhu. So in that case, how to, like, properly regard the devotees when externally the devotees act in a different way than they are.
Yeah, devotees are naturally humble. Devotees will never say that I am a sadhu or I am very advanced, but we can recognize devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami tells us how to recognize a genuine sadhu, a genuine devotee, advanced devotee. Shantir avyartha kalatvam viraktir mana shunyata ashabadham samutkantha namagane sadaruchi. Kshantir, person is not only peaceful but also willing to forgive others who have offended. Such a person who can forgive the offenders, those who offend the Vaishnava personally. Kshantir means like Haridas Thakur. He did not hold a grudge against the executioners who were beating him in 22 marketplaces. That is called Kshantir. Shanti means peaceful. Kshantir, the Sanskrit word which means not only peaceful but ready to forgive everyone who offends us personally. Kshantir avyartha kalatvam. A person does not waste time on social media, does not waste time on YouTube videos or Netflix or movies or reading news, sports. Avyartha kalatvam, does not waste time. Kshantir avyartha kalatvam. Viraktir manashunyata, is virakta, is very detached, not attached to eating rasgullas or sweets. If I don't get it in my plate, hey, where is it? Everyone is getting, I'm not getting mithai. Not like that. Renounced, not after na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. That is called virakti. Not running after the beauty, not running after money, not running after sense gratification. That is called virakti. Virakti manashunyata, and is not attached to being respected also. Some people demand respect. A sadhu will never demand respect. A sadhu commands respect. So, manashunya. These are all the qualities we should see before we accept someone as guru or as a shiksha guru or as a spiritual mentor or as someone we want to seek association. Kshantir avyartha kalatvam viraktir manashunyata ashabadham samutkantha. Ashabadham. So, devotee is very humble. Will never say that I am very advanced, I am fallen. Amosama patita prabhu tribhuvane nahi. No one is as fallen as me in all the three worlds. A devotee may say like that, but devotee is ashabadha. Devotee is ashabadha. Means the devotee is always hopeful. Always hopeful. Utsahad nishayat dhairya. Like Srila Rupa Goswami says, always hopeful. So after speaking to that devotee, you will never walk out depressed. Hare Krishna. This is an important point. When you associate with such an advanced devotee, you will never walk out depressed. Arey baap re baap, ekdam depression aa gaya usse baat karke. No, it will never happen like that. When you associate with a real sadhu, you will always walk away inspired and uplifted. Asha Baddham, Samutkantha. And he's always very anxious, very eager for Krishna. Utkantha, always enthusiastic and eager, but always Asha Baddha. Always very hopeful, always optimistic. A sadhu is always optimistic. You will never feel depressed in the association of a sadhu. So, kshantir avyartha kalatvam, viraktir manashunyata, ashabadham, samutkantha, enthusiastic. Samutkantha, namagane sadaruchi, and will be always enthusiastic to chant Hare Krishna and to glorify Krishna Lila, to speak Krishna Lila. Namagane sadaruchi. Always enthusiastic to speak Krishna Katha. You have to tell the person, Baba, 1 ghanta ho gaya, stop. Namagane sadaruchi. Always, there are so many devotees. They are so enthusiastic to speak Krishna Katha. Look at Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. He has every reason not to speak. Health is not good. Every day he is giving Gaur Katha. Every day. That's incredible. That is medically suprahuman. Suprahuman, traveling, initiating, writing books with such physically poor health. This is called Nama Gane Sada Ruchi. Always enthusiastic to glorify his Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is Nama Gane Sada Ruchi. And also, Vasatischa Gunakhyane, Pritistad Vasati Sthale, and always having lot of love for Dham. Pritistad Vasati Sthale. That's the Leela Sthali of Krishna, Vrindavan Dham, Navadvip Mayapur Dham, Jagannath Puri Dham, always having lot of attachment to these holy places of pilgrimage. That is an advanced devotee. So this is Rupa Goswami's formula, how to recognize an advanced devotee. You can write it down and then we can understand who is advanced and associate with such person and serve such devotees. Is that helpful, Kasturi Manjari Mataji?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And I really beg for your prayers and blessings that I can somehow cultivate these qualities and also keep that high goal and follow the instructions that I receive from classes and in other ways. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That was me. Prananda Ranjanaru, please forgive me.
No, bro.
2 minutes over time. Hare Krishna.
It's all right. It was a very nectarian class, and all of us really relished the pastime of Srila Haridas Thakur, especially as you mentioned, as he was leaving his body. I think these are lessons for us as to how we are supposed to aim to leave our body, constantly thinking of the Lord. As you have mentioned so many examples of Bhishma Dev and Bhakti Tirtha Swami and so many other devotees who have, totally immersed themselves in the holy name of the Lord or the pastimes of the Lord while they were passing away. I think even Gaur Govind Maharaj, I think he was reciting the pastimes of Sri Jagannath as he left his body. So I think it's a very important lesson for all of us. So once again, Prabhu, thank you so much for the amazing enlightening session, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We will now move on to our announcements for the day.